Good evening. Welcome everybody at home, people that are here with us this evening. We have our Eveleth City Council meeting, Monday, June 1st of 2016. It's 5:30 in the City Council chambers of the greatest city in the world, Eveleth. We'll march right through this here today. A few things to tackle, but not a whole lot. We'll start off with our roll call, please.
Councilor Coivinon. Here. Councilor Purpich.
Here.
Councilor Lillis. Councilor Rossi.
Here.
Mayor Rowan.
Here. All right, call to order. Approval of minutes. We have minutes of City Council Workshop, May 18th of 26. Minutes of a regular City Council meeting, May 18th of 26. Motion to move.
So moved. Support.
Rousey and Purpich. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion will carry. Next up, we have the approval of the agenda. Motion to move.
So moved. Support.
Purpich and Koivunen. Discussion, additions. If you're following along at home with your packet, we'll have 4 additions tonight. The first one will be number 9, motion not to exceed $11,000 for the steps and railings at the community center to be installed. Number 10, a motion to call for bids on the school redevelopment site. Number 11, consider postings for city crew position. And number 12, a letter of support for the movie filming here in town. So 9, 10, 11, and 12. With those 4 additions, motion to move.
So support.
Koivunen and Rousey. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion will carry. Next up, we have public comment. Open the floor up. Anybody like to take the podium?
My name's Dave Hameline, and I'm here on behalf of the Eveleth Elks. We were kicking around an idea of trying something for the first time this year of maybe having like a little beer garden out of the garage on the morning of the 4th of July. We did a couple of feelers. We think it's okay and legitimate with our license, but I just wanted to come here and make sure.
Yeah, if,
Go ahead.
I know a little bit about the statute, I know the chief does, but if it would be okay as long as they get it from you. You'd be serving on the back garage in the alley?
Yeah, like during the parade is kind of the thinking to take advantage of that, maybe hang a sign on the side of the building so they know it's there. But yeah, it would be out of the garage in the alley.
What do you think?
And then of course the obvious stuff, everything's plastic.
Yeah, as long as it's plastic and there's no glass,
Yep.
no glass bottles,
Yep.
and cans, then you just fill with everybody else on the main street. So.
Okay, we're good.
No further. You don't have any questions?
No, as long as it's glass, or like you said, no glass containers, not like that at all. I don't see no reason not to, yeah.
All right, we're good.
You guys are set. Dave, thanks for checking in just to make sure.
Yeah.
Appreciate that and wish you the best of luck in those sales.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, every little bit helps.
Yes. All right.
Yep, take care.
Thanks, Dave.
All right.
Anybody else like to speak? Okay. All right. With that being it, we'll move into consent of the agenda. We have 4 sets here. Approval of payroll for April 19th through May 2nd of 26. Approval of claims for May of 26. Consider authorizing city admin to attend the League of Minnesota Cities annual conference in Rochester on June 24th through 26th. And consider authorizing Michaela Forsheen to attend annual Wilderness Emergency Medical Services event July 29th through August 1st. Motion to move on all 4.
So move.
Purpich and Rousey. Any discussion, questions, concerns?
As far as number 4 goes, the authorization of the Wilderness Emergency Medical, we've done this in the past.
We sent one guy last year,
Yeah, and
and it's very good.
yeah. So I don't see any problem with that, and again, it's covered within the budget of
It's
the
budgeted.
EMS, so I don't see any problem with that.
All right, and Pat, you're super excited to go to Rochester?
I'm super excited to be part of the League of Minnesota Cities Conference representing the city of Eveleth, but no, I prefer to take a flight to Rochester as opposed to driving, but I will do it on behalf of the city of Eveleth.
I really wanted to go, but
Yeah,
not.
You're going somewhere else.
All right, there's no further discussion on that at all. All in favor of approving all four, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. Next up will be our new business. Jump into it. Number 1, approve lawful gambling for Eveleth Volunteer Fire Auxiliary. Motion to move.
So moved.
Support.
Purpich and Rousey. Any discussion at all?
The auxiliary has just been newly formed within the last year and a half or so, right, John?
Yeah.
And,
Very long.
And they've already contributed quite a bit to the city,
They've been active.
and I think it's well worth it to approve this application for gambling.
All right, if there's no further discussion, all in favor of approving this lawful gambling, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry.
Vote.
Next up, consider pay request number 3 of $21,115.19 for the airport water main project. Thank you. Motion to move.
So moved.
Koivunen,
Support.
Purpich. Any discussion?
This is for our water going into the airport and along that,
Yep, the water line from the gas station to the airport.
yeah.
This is part of it. We're still holding some retainage for one little project.
One little piece is left.
There's one little part left in some paving. When he cut out the guy's driveway, he has to repave that, so he was waiting for the plant to get up and go.
Oh,
But he did all the landscaping, everything else was done, and that reflects in this.
Okay. Any further discussion or any questions for Alan or Jerry? Alan, anything else you want to share? No?
No, just what Jerry stated.
Okay. All in favor of paying this request, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. Consider logo design service request for proposals, an RFP. Motion to move.
So moved.
Rousey,
support.
Purpich. Discussion is open. So Pat, explain to me what exactly you've got going on.
Yep, this had been discussed in past city council meetings about the idea of getting someone who has the qualifications to help develop a new logo for the city of Eveleth. This is really allowing individuals to let them know what their qualifications are, their experience in doing logo design. We'll issue it with the council's permission for June 1st. It essentially has a due date where we'll evaluate the candidates on July 1st, and then we'll be looking for city council support here at the first July meeting, I believe July 6th. It does reference a newsletter. I know we've been talking about a newsletter, and so we're seeing where we could grow the logo in, not just in print and in letters and on the website, but also in a newsletter format. The logo would need to be qualified for handicap accessibility, and there are rules for that to make sure it's displayed properly with the right palettes. And so essentially this reviews qualifications. This was discussed at the workshop, but we've never approved this at the last workshop. We did already get 2 applications that were submitted. We just haven't advertised it yet. So with your permission, we will post it on the League of Minnesota Cities site, on the bulletin board, probably in our newspaper, and then I expect we'll get some additional candidates.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for Pat at all? All in favor of moving forward with this RFP, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. Next up, consider the light banner project for the 4th of July event. Motion to move.
So moved.
Rich.
Support.
Koivunen. All right. On this light banner project, Jerry and I more Jerry than I, took a little time, tackled, and it looks like we need roughly 20 of them to start by Northside Park and make their way up to where we start flying the American flags on Main Street. Be a additional decoration that would come up shortly after we take down the graduating students, posters, what have you, banners, and be a transition. The goal is not to put Independence Day on them or anything like that. Primarily just be something to show support for America until it's time to put up other ones, or we just want to take them down. So there's no timeline of how long or not long they can be flying. But the goal ultimately is to order 26 of them. 20 of them are what are needed for the posts. 3 of them would be specific for the 250th this year. 3 of them would be specific for Eveleth's 125th next year. And then there would be 20 from there on where they would all match. The provider we were looking at said we can definitely wait and order them each year if needed, but there's no guarantee that they would have the same designs, et cetera, et cetera. So they just, if this is something we're doing, they just said it'd just behoove us to get the 6 extras right now. The fun goal behind this would be the ones for the 250 and the 125 would be after the one of 250, put one up in the community center or here at the city hall, and then auction off the other 2 at a fun event, whatever it might be, the mayor's ball. Steph, you're excited for that? You want to do that? Okay. Mayor's ball or something along those lines. Just to help create money for this project. And if it doesn't pay for all of it, it's not the end of the world, but just something to do, and then do it again, obviously, for the 125th for Eveleth next year. Post one for everybody to see it in the future, and then the other 2 to auction off for people that might want to hang them in their garage or in their bar or place establishment, whatever it might be. So that is the ultimate plan there for the 4th of July banners. Jerry, do you have anything? Did I miss anything?
No, sounds good.
Does anybody have any questions that we can try and answer? No? All in favor of moving forward the light banner project for the 4th of July event, say aye. Aye. Opposed? The motion will carry. Next up is concerning the light pole informational banners for the farmers market. Motion to move.
So move.
Perpich and Rousey. Okay, along the same lines here, there are 5 of them. 5 light poles right across the 801 Jones Street address, if we want to call it that, essentially where the high school was. And anybody that was out and about last Thursday will see at the farmers market's first one, Joe scooped up all the scones, so you got to go early in order to get them.
Got some sourdough bread.
Yeah, I was one of the last people there, and there was still some sourdough bread, and I got some cookies, but there was so much stuff there to look at, and these banners are just going to go up and just be informational for everybody all week long, all year long. We'll ask Jerry's team to get them up maybe the week before Memorial Week and have them down the week after Labor Day, and it's just going to say, you know, farmers market, community market, Thursdays 3 to 6 p.m. and it's just they're gonna be hung there so everybody else kind of know where it is. It's just something to help draw attention to what's going on when people don't come. So when somebody comes on Wednesday, wonders why it's not happening, they can look up, see the banners, and there's your answers. So also it'll just help add to everything else we're doing up in that area, make it a little bit more inviting. So we are going to work with the community market people on their JPEG so we can kind of make all the signs in town mimic each other a little bit too. So any questions or concerns? All in favor of moving forward on the informational banners for the farmers market, say aye. Aye. Opposed? That motion will carry. Next up is consider the Big Stick project scope of work. Motion to move.
So move.
Perpich and Rousey. All right. So as discussed in a couple of workshops now, it's time to start investing a little bit into what draws a lot of people into town. And the big stick, we know the big stick needs some work, and we are working on that process right now. If you've gone down there lately, you've noticed that the brush is gone, making it easier to see the boards of information, which is nice, but you also see a lot of dirt. So this work here is to get a little more concrete put in so we can get some flower gardens in there, gardens that are inside pots, not just in the ground, so they're easier to move out when we don't need them there. And then also to put down some fresh grass sod after the concrete is in, kind of clean it up a little bit. All this work is being provided by 3D Concrete with the hope of having it all done before the 4th of July. So, Jerry, did I miss anything on that?
No, that pretty much sums it up.
Mr. Rousey, you've been there through all of this. Did I miss anything?
No, you did not.
Are you happy with what we're doing?
I'm extremely pleased to continue to advance and enhance downtown Eveleth.
One
The
thing.
greatest city in the state.
Well, it may be, I think it's the world, but. Well, I don't know where you think you've been, but.
Not far.
Canyon as a whole. And anybody at home, before I get the final vote on this, anybody at home that wants to play a part in these next steps with the big stick, etc., please reach out to myself or to Councilor Rousey, or call right here to City Hall and find out when our next meetings are discussing it, because there are a lot of conversations that are coming up right now about the stick itself, Monroe Park, the area all around this. So if you feel like you've got pieces you want to bring in, come to those meetings. Otherwise, the stuff will be discussed at the town hall in a couple weeks. You can bring it up there as well. But we definitely want the input of everybody at home and what you're thinking and what ideas you might have, because just because you voted for us doesn't mean we got all the ideas. We know you have them at home too. So, and we do keep usually a gag on Jerry because we don't want his ideas. So. If you took that the wrong way, we like Jerry. So we do listen to Jerry.
Sometimes.
All the time.
If there's anything extra we'd like to add regarding this big stick project right now? If nothing else we said, motion to move on this project, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion will carry. Jerry, if you give the formal reach out, but I'm sure Steve and I'll have a conversation before then, but let them know they're welcome to start when they'd like to.
Yep, I'll do that.
Thank you. Next up is consider Bolton and Mink assessment evaluation contract for West Eveleth property. Motion to move.
So moved.
Support.
Purpich and Koivunen. Alan?
So this would be to look at them 10 acres the city owns, come up with a couple of different layout scenarios, how you could develop that, and cost estimates for probably searching for funds. We do a desktop wetland review, so if that shows likely that there's wetland, we'll come back with a recommendation. We should probably do a wetland delineation, that kind of thing, but it's a step to what can you do on that property, how much of it's usable, what do we see, I guess, that makes it a deterrent or maybe a positive way to make it develop.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for Alan as far as the very instrumental beginning of this entire project? Mr. Koivunen, you'll join me for anything that needs to be done on this?
Yes.
Everybody heard it? He said yes.
Yes.
All right. If there's no further questions at all in favor of moving forward with this assessment evaluation contract, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion will carry. Number 8, authorization to close the City of Eveleth business line of credit. Motion to move.
So moved.
Support.
Purpich and Koivunen. Pat?
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Back on February 17th, the City Council approved unanimously to support applying for a municipal line of credit for quite a number of years. You've got a business line of credit. You're not a business, you're a local government unit. And so working with the Miners National Bank, the appropriate item was to approve that municipal line of credit. You approved it. Credit cards have been issued. They've gone out to all the employees that have had credit cards in the past. We've taken back the old credit cards that are part of the business line of credit. And at this time, we'd like a motion to support closing that line of credit due to the fact that the person listed on that credit is the former city administrator on the business line of credit. So having your authorization in case there's any resistance gives us the ability to close that down, and that was under recommendation of Miners National Bank. So with your approval, we'll have that ability, and we will close business line of credit officially, and we will stay with the municipal line of credit.
Wonderful. Any questions at all? No comments?
Clear up.
All right. All in favor of authorizing to close the business line of credit, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Again, if you're at home, these are the ones now that we've added. Number 9, a motion to move forward on the steps and railing at the community center and not to exceed $11,000 in doing so. Motion to move.
So move.
Support.
Purpich and Rousey. As you've been going to the community center, you know that the parking lot hasn't been paved yet. We're hoping to dive into getting the concrete curbs in and everything here in the very near future. And this is giving us okay to put in that second set of steps that'll be helping out the portion that park closer to the pickleball, I should say tennis courts, so that they're not having to walk all the way through the parking lot to get right back up to walk all the way back the direction they're going. So a little bit of safety to keep people from walking, and then just kind of cut a little bit of the walk path off. So anybody have anything to add to that? All right, all in favor of moving forward with this set up for the steps and the railing, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion will carry. Number 10, a motion to call for bids for the school redevelopment site. Motion to move.
So moved.
Rousey?
Support.
Purpich. Alan, if you want to give the people, I think they hear my voice too much and people turn off their TV, so.
Sure. So this project we'd be calling for bids on would be extending Garfield and Cleveland streets across that area where the football field, baseball field used to be on the school campus. Water and sewer also stubbed in. We'd be building mass grading to set up for an apartment, some townhomes and single family homes to the very north end. So this would be one of the steps to getting a contractor hired by the city to do the work needed to be done there.
So once this is done, I granted this is just to get the bids for the work, but once this work is done, what is typically the timeline that you see in your line of work of when something can be built on that then, or roads can be built on it?
Roads could be built later this year. Timing wise, it's, so we're already June, right? Likely something like this could be started later this summer. Just depends how full schedules are. I could see a final completion next spring, some point, probably mid-June, wrap up on this. Where the bulk of the work will probably be done by later this fall, but there'll probably be a few items still to touch up. Maybe it's a final wearing course on the roads, things like that, early next spring. But
So this would be something where we want to fence off the entire property to keep everybody out of there?
no, so the roads would be functional after this fall is kind of how we'd set it up in these bids, where they'll have a substantial completion. So if they're paved this fall, even if they're gravel, you can drive on them. It's not that they're not usable, they'd just be closed when they're working on them.
Okay.
So it might be a short closure next spring to finish the work or finish up punch list stuff. It's pretty typical.
Jerry, if this is still in gravel, is it something you'd rather just have barricaded off so that you're not pushing gravel roads, or does that not bother you?
Oh, once it freezes, it's okay, but I'd rather have it closed off for the winter if we don't have anything else going on to do there.
Okay. Yeah, I have a hard time believing that the apartment complex or anybody else is going to be wanting to work there in this winter. They won't be far enough along, so,
And if that's the case, we can always open them up.
okay.
It's fair.
Get Jerry a shovel and he'll shovel it, he said. Number 2. All right, with that being said, does anybody have any other questions regarding this? And for anybody at home, the redevelopment site we're talking about is everything on the north side of the community center. So like you said, the ball fields, etc. So, any further questions or anything? No? All in favor of moving forward to call for bids on that redevelopment site, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Number 11, consider postings for a city crew position. Motion to move.
So move.
Support.
Purpich and Koivunen. As discussed in our workshop, we'll be looking for, start the process, the very long process, unfortunately, of hiring a new person for our city crew. So we'll be handing over the reins to you, Jerry, to take care of the next steps with Pat, and we'll go from there.
Yep, sounds good.
Wonderful. Does anybody have any questions regarding this at all? No? All in favor of moving forward with posting of the position, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Number 12, consideration of creating a letter of support for the movie filming here in town. Motion to move.
So move. Support.
Koivunen and Purpich. Discussion. Do you want me to just read this, Pat? Does that make life easier?
Yeah, this is a letter from the production company, and they're really requesting, giving notice to you that they're going to be in those certain dates, and they just wanted to make sure that you're aware of it. We don't need to provide any permitting for them to authorize it, but I'll defer to you on reading the letter.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna read the whole thing. It's a Lifetime movie. They'll be here mid-June for 3 days. They'll be shooting up on Leonidas Overlook and at the Coke's Motel on Vale Road. And for what you just said, we're just giving them the thumbs up that we're okay with what they're doing here in town. Lifetime will make a great movie about the best city in the world, so. Any further discussion? All moving forward with this support, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. That will bring us up to our board and liaison updates. Anything that you need to be sharing with us, Sir Rosie?
HRA is third Wednesday, but things are moving swimmingly there. EDA has been moving along. We had a meeting today that we've cleared another hurdle to keep the storm moving along, and we'll be able to see some action happening up there now again. Other than that, that's about it.
Well, one nice thing that I did hear in the EDA meeting that we were in was the EDA deciding to put forth kind of a bullet point timeline of what to expect. Not that that can't be voided a little bit as things go along, but that was a great idea by the EDA to say, hey, let's let the community know how things are plugging on. Let's let the EDA know how things are plugging along in the timeline. And like everything else, it could take it a little bit longer, but at least it gives us an idea. So I was really happy to hear that. So that's everything on your mind?
About it.
Wonderful. Mr. Purpich?
We don't have a airport meeting until next week, I believe, so I'll let you know what happens on the 15th.
Okay. Joe?
Can't believe I'm gonna say this, I got nothing.
Wow. Wow. That works. I'm in the same boat. We had a nice, fairly quiet as far as meetings, but there's been lots of just tasks to be a part of. So I'll just kind of break down a few of these things for people at home. You received flyer in the mail. Flyer in the mail has numerous things on it from the town hall meeting on the 16th. There's a list of events going on inside the community center. There's still yoga going on Friday mornings. Tennis camp starts next week. Basketball camp in a couple weeks. Volleyball camp through July, into July. The Eveleth Corner Market will be every Thursday from 3 to 6 p.m. Make sure you stop by. And we'll have our inaugural year of Music in the Park starting June 17th. It'll be the third Wednesday of every month. So June 17th, July 15th, and August 19th. And we are excited to invite Vitamin Brown, then Preston Gunderson, and then Thor Leisman and the regulars to come and join us for some music in the park. Pretty simple process. The city is providing what you need. For the music, you just need to make sure that you bring yourself a chair or a blanket or whatever it is you want to sit and relax on. There'll be a couple food trucks there, I guess, for some food if you're interested, but just a good way for everybody to come together and listen to some good music from some local musicians. So something I'm pretty excited about, the things we're doing here in Eveleth. But you'll start seeing the flyers up around town and whatnot. And if anybody has any questions on these things going on, feel free to reach out to the rec department email or phone number, or you can always call City Hall here and they'll definitely give you a helping hand with that as well. Town hall meeting on the 16th of June, 5:30 start, correct?
Correct.
Make sure that you are at the auditorium for that event. Anybody that wants to come in and enjoy you learning all the information of what we're working on and what we've got going on. So the last thing that I wanted to mention, and a little off script sometimes, but I am not a huge Facebook person, but I've been following things. And one thing that I've been following has been the Rockridge sporting events lately. And my hats are off to our student athletes, our coaches, the parents, boys and girls teams going to state for golf, boys team going to state for tennis, girls going to state for softball, and a portion of athletes going from both the boys and the girls track teams this year, all going down to state. So kudos to everybody that's been a part of all of these things. We tip your hat. We wish you the best of luck here from the city of Eveleth. Hope that you do well. And we can't wait to see back. And any of those coaches that want to make sure that Chief Lindy is on his toes, you just give him a call and he'll make sure that you got the lights and the sirens for your exit out of town.
We did today.
We're happy to be a part of all of those things. So with that being said, I don't have anything further. Chief, anything on your mind?
Just want to remind folks to please pick up after your pets. We've had a couple complaints already this year down around Failed Pond area down there. So just a friendly reminder. I know most people are, do, but there's a few out there that are not. So I think down there's even a thing for bags, I believe, to pick up after your pets. So just a friendly reminder. That's all I got, sir.
Love it. Jerry.
Yep, the only thing I have is, we are still in the alleys cleaning up for alley pickup. We had a few equipment, problems, but we are back out there and we should be finishing up this week.
Do you have any more openings for any summer help?
We will, yeah, we have a nice crew right now, but we'll be getting more in when when we can.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank
Alan,
you.
anything on your mind?
Nothing more to add, Mayor. Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Steph, anything? Pat, anything else to add?
Just to add that, with the city's permission, we did have Eveleth 402 do an on-site review of our landscaping needs, and they'll be coming here next week and putting some flowers and doing some beautification along our flower boxes and our landscaping areas.
Perfect. Then I will end it with this. I'm asking the community, as you see lots of things go on outside the community center this next 3-4 weeks, between the playground coming in and being built over the next couple weeks, the hockey boards are going up, possibly the basketball court, the community garden is now up and active. Those people will still be able to plant, will start to be able to plant their plants here in the next couple days. We're gonna get the black dirt in there. We just as a community need to work together if we're seeing things that doesn't look right, to make sure that we're calling it in. Our police try to be up there and keep an eye on that stuff as much as possible, but we're gonna have things there. A lot of things will be happening, and the last thing we wanna see is things get ruined, taken, stolen, or anything of the difference. So if we can be a community together and just, if it doesn't seem right, doesn't look right, just give a call so somebody else can make that decision if it was right. I'd rather have them go up there and say, there's nothing wrong, then we assume there was nothing wrong and we have a problem. So with that being, I appreciate everybody. Best of luck to everybody supporting and wearing the Rockridge colors. And we will see you on the 15th here for our next meeting. Meeting adjourned.